El Dorado, the lost city of gold and the true story of the myth. Hey adventure hidden explorers. What image springs to mind when you hear the words lost city? For many, it's El Dorado, the legendary city of gold. But what if the real story behind this glittering myth is even more fascinating than the fantasy? Join us as we journey deep into the heart of South America to uncover the truth behind El Dorado and the explorers who risked everything in its pursuit. Hit that like button if you're ready for adventure, and subscribe to Adventure Hidden for more tales of lost worlds and historical enigmas. Intro. The name El Dorado conjures images of unimaginable wealth, streets paved with gold, palaces shimmering under the tropical sun, and a king adorned in golden treasure. For centuries, this legendary city of gold has been a siren call to explorers, driving them into the unforgiving jungles and mountains of South America in a relentless quest for fortune. But the shimmering image of El Dorado is more complex than a simple fairy tale. Its roots lie in the traditions of a real people, their fascinating rituals, and the relentless greed of the European conquistadors who twisted a local custom into a myth of a lost city overflowing with gold. Join Adventure Hidden as we peel back the layers of this enduring legend, separating the glittering fantasy from the intriguing reality of El Dorado. The myth of El Dorado didn't appear out of thin air. Its origins are rooted in the fascinating culture of the Muisca people. If you're ready to discover the real gilded man who started it all, make sure to subscribe to Adventure Hidden. We're about to journey to the highlands of Colombia. Your support helps us uncover these incredible stories. Chapter 1. The Gilded Man, the True Origins of El Dorado. The story of El Dorado didn't begin with a city, but with a man, a gilded man. This figure was central to the rituals of the Muisca people, a sophisticated civilization who inhabited the highlands of what is now Colombia long before the arrival of the Spanish. The most significant Muisca ritual associated with the El Dorado legend took place at Lake Guatavita, a stunningly beautiful crater lake nestled high in the Andes Mountains. According to historical accounts, when a new Muisca chieftain was to be inaugurated, an elaborate ceremony would unfold at this sacred lake. The aspiring ruler would be stripped naked, covered in gold dust, and placed on a raft laden with precious offerings of gold and emeralds. Accompanied by priests and attendants, the raft would be paddled to the center of the lake. There, the gilded man would plunge into the cold waters, washing off the gold dust as a symbolic offering to the gods of the lake. At the same time, the accompanying treasures would be thrown into the deep waters, a sacrifice to ensure the prosperity and fertility of the Muisca people. This powerful and visually striking ceremony was the true origin of the El Dorado myth. The Spanish conquistadors, upon hearing tales of this gilded man and the riches cast into the lake, gradually transformed the individual into a fantastical kingdom and a magnificent city made entirely of gold. Chapter 2. The Lure of Gold, the Conquistadors' Obsession. The stories of the gilded man and the supposed riches of Lake Guatavita quickly reached the ears of the Spanish conquistadors who were then exploring and colonizing South America. Driven by an insatiable hunger for gold and new lands, they became obsessed with finding this El Dorado. Numerous expeditions were launched into the interior of the continent, each fueled by the promise of unimaginable wealth. Gonzalo Jiménez de Quesada, 1536–1539 Quesada, in his quest to find the source of the emeralds he had encountered, led an arduous expedition into the Colombian highlands. While he did not find a city of gold, he did conquer the Muisca people and was the first European to witness the Lake Guatavita rituals, further solidifying the El Dorado myth. Francisco de Orellana, 1541–1542 Orellana's expedition, initially part of Gonzalo Pizarro's search for El Dorado east of the Andes, resulted in the European discovery of the Amazon River. While they didn't find a golden city, their tales of rich lands and powerful tribes further fueled the legend. These early explorations were fraught with peril. The conquistadors faced harsh environments, dense jungles, deadly diseases, and hostile indigenous populations. Yet, the allure of El Dorado proved stronger than the threat of death. Chapter 3. Mapping the Myth, from Man to Metropolis. Over time, the El Dorado legend evolved. Initially focused on the gilded man and the treasures of Lake Guatavita, the narrative gradually shifted towards a magnificent, lost city of immense wealth. The city emerges, as explorers ventured deeper into South America and failed to find the gilded man repeatedly. The focus shifted to a hidden city where such a ruler might reside, a city said to be paved with gold and filled with untold riches. Cartographic fantasies. El Dorado began to appear on European maps, often depicted as a grand city located in various parts of the Amazon basin or the Guiana highlands. These cartographic representations further solidified the myth in the popular imagination. Sir Walter Raleigh, 1595 and 1617. The English explorer Sir Walter Raleigh became one of the most fervent believers in El Dorado. He led 2 major expeditions to Guyana, now Guyana, in search of the Golden City, convinced that it existed and held immense wealth. His accounts, though ultimately unsuccessful, further popularized the legend in England and Europe. The transformation of El Dorado from a ritual and a man to a fully formed, opulent city in the popular imagination highlights the power of myth and the enduring human desire for wealth and discovery. Chapter 4. The Real Locations? Searching for the Roots of the Dream. While El Dorado as a literal city of gold remains a myth, the legend likely drew inspiration from real places and practices beyond the Muisca rituals. Other golden cultures. The Americas were home to numerous cultures that prized gold and used it extensively in their art and religious ceremonies, such as the Incas of Peru. Tales of these golden civilizations may have contributed to the overall El Dorado narrative. Lost cities and settlements. The vast and largely unexplored Amazon rainforest likely concealed real, lost indigenous settlements and ancient trade routes. The rumors of these hidden places could have been embellished and morphed into the legend of a magnificent golden city. Lake Guatavita's treasures. While the lake was extensively dredged in attempts to recover the Muisca offerings, significant amounts of gold and emerald artifacts have been found, proving that the initial tales of wealth had a basis in reality. Archaeological discoveries continue to shed light on the rich and complex pre-Columbian societies of South America, suggesting that the inspiration for El Dorado may lie in a combination of real rituals, artistic traditions, and the enduring mystery of the continent's hidden places. Chapter 5. The Enduring Allure. Why the myth lives on. Centuries after the first conquistadors set foot in South America, the myth of El Dorado continues to captivate our imaginations. Why does this legend endure? The universal desire for wealth, the dream of finding unimaginable riches, is a timeless human fantasy. El Dorado embodies the ultimate treasure, a city made entirely of gold. The thrill of the unknown, the idea of a lost city hidden deep within unexplored territories, taps into our inherent sense of adventure and the desire to discover the unknown. The power of myth and storytelling. The tale of El Dorado has been passed down through generations, evolving and adapting, becoming a powerful cultural narrative. The unfinished quest. Despite countless failed expeditions, the possibility that some undiscovered wealth or a lost city still exists in the vast South American wilderness keeps the dream alive. El Dorado may never be found as a literal city of gold, but its enduring legacy lies in its reflection of our deepest desires and our unending fascination with the mysteries that our planet still holds. The true treasure of El Dorado may not be gold, but the adventure of seeking it and the stories it has inspired. Otro. From the sacred rituals of Lake Guatavita to the perilous expeditions deep into the Amazon, the story of El Dorado is a journey through history, myth, and the enduring human spirit of adventure. While the glittering city of gold may remain elusive, the true story of its origins and the impact it had on exploration and our imagination is a treasure in itself. Thank you for joining Adventure Hidden on this quest for El Dorado. If you enjoyed uncovering the truth behind this legendary myth, be sure to like this video and share it with fellow explorers of lost worlds. And for more thrilling journeys into hidden places and historical enigmas, don't forget to subscribe to Adventure Hidden. Until our next adventure, keep dreaming and keep exploring.